Hello, I am a nerd. So, South Park is crazy, and it just took down Sora AI by making Donald Trump and JD Vance have a makeout session. I need to get that out of my brain. So that's a thing, and the story starts with a little girl in the town of South Park called Red walking down a street trying to get people to sign a petition. And when she knocks on the man's door, she says she's trying to make them sign a petition to, wait for it, smell her farts. And then Santa comes up and does something I cannot describe on YouTube. And then that's revealed to be an AI video made by Butters. This is Butters' version of getting back at Red for what he did, for everything she's done, for what she did in the Labubu episode, using Butters to get a rare Labubu and traumatizing him pretty bad. But again, I want your thoughts in the comments. Is this Butters standing up for himself? Or is this Butters being evil? And when I said Butters is evil in this thumbnail, what I meant was he's as evil as an average South Park character. You see, Butters, he doesn't deserve any of the stuff he's got coming, but is it okay for him to resort to attacking people in the same manner that they attack him? Anywho, Red is highly offended by this video, and instead of reporting it to the teachers, you know what she does? She makes revenge beep about Butters. There's a character from a place called Studio Ghibli called Totoro. And Butters has relations with Totoro in a video that PC Principal shows to, again, South Park Elementary. So this gets the attention of the South Park police, but the moment you know there's a flame war with AI, with the kids, you know it's going to be a good episode. Anywho, let's talk about Peter Thiel. He knows about the Antichrist. I'm Peter Thiel and I know about the Antichrist. Let's talk about the Antichrist today. So Peter Thiel has kidnapped Cartman and made him, and his mum is at the police station asking for them to take up this kidnapping case, and the South Park police are heavily incompetent. And they think a child has been abused at South Park Elementary by Totoro. And well, they don't understand that this is an AI video because they're boomers. And yeah, it just so they go down to South Park Elementary, completely ignoring a mother who's saying her child was kidnapped, and then they talk to Butters about how Totoro violated him, which is not good. Anywho, the cops think Sora AI is a very, very real thing, even though it totally isn't. And while Butters actually stands up to the police about this. He's not being pushed around anymore, he's pushing back in the same manner that people have attacked him his entire life. I still think it's very evil what he's doing, but yeah, I digress. Anywho, Studio Ghibli officials, and by the way, I think the Studio Ghibli officials are the heroes of this episode. They come and they they try to arrest Butters for copyright violation because he was in the video with Totoro, violating Totoro. I'll keep it at that. And they're actually arrested by the South Park police because they don't understand what's happening. They don't understand that. Anywho, Butters didn't even make the video about Totoro. That was Red. Even though Butters used Santa's likeness to target Red first, and it just becomes a revenge war that never stops. Let's see. Anywho, after this, Red targets Kyle with Droopy the dog. I kid you not. Droopy the dog, she makes an AI video targeting Kyle, saying that he's smart because he's Jewish or of Jewish heritage, and Droopy the dog defecates in Kyle's mouth. So yes, this episode is very, 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 very intense. Anywho, Peter Thiel, who knows about the Antichrist? Peter Thiel knows about the Antichrist today, is talking to Cartman, and Cartman says, "You can't just make me say stuff for free, dude." Saying that he has to get rewarded for saying that he has to be paid if he's going to make him do something crazy, like he would normally do. Anywho, Cartman's an agent who refuses to work for free with Peter Thiel. And actually, I hate to say this, but Cartman is not the bad guy in this situation. Cartman has barely done any evil this season. Season 28. Can't believe we're 3 episodes into a season and Cartman hasn't done something evil. I think that's because the world is so messed up that the world is taking on the Cartman role. It's bonkers. I love that. Anywho, we wind up in a scene where Bluey, the blue healer from Australia, is actually taking Cartman and... Not Cartman, sorry, is actually taking the South Park kids to court. And she is very upset because she received no reimbursement for doing what she's doing. And I can relate to that. Like, if your intellectual property is being used, whether it's a book, whether it's a character, whether it's a story, and it's being used without your consent or permission, it's kind of horrible that you don't at least get to opt out of it or even have a say in how it's used, and the places don't compensate you for your characters being used. I think AI would be a lot better if artists were compensated for their work. And I'm kind of scared that Disney and big corporations like that are just going to make AI slop in the future because it's cheaper than hiring animators. I'm a published author and my books could be used in any number of AI gambits. And Bluey takes the kids to court, and this gives the police an idea. Maybe, just maybe, they could trace the IP address of the videos about Cartman. And so it leads them to Peter Thiel. They arrest Peter Thiel, and apparently the South Park police are less evil than the White House because they straight up release footage that Peter Thiel has been capturing from the White House where JD Vance makes out with Donald Trump, which is scary. No making out with... I'm sorry, that is just a foul thought to have. Moving on. Anywho, the police finally arrest Peter Thiel, who knows about the Antichrist. Peter Thiel knows about the Antichrist today. And the storyline about the kids and Bluey is just put on hold. There's no I learned something today speech or anything. But Fox News cuts directly into the Fox News broadcast. The Fox News is very disappointed that Trump cheated on Satan, because everyone's so excited for Satan's butt baby. And, well, this is a Fox News special alert. Anywho, if people can use things to fake reality, use AI to fake reality, use Sora AI to fake what's really happening in the world, then what's happening in the real world can be played off as artificial intelligence. So Donald Trump sells Fox News that it's AI, and they just kind of accept that at face value because they don't want to believe that he cheated on Satan. Reminds me of the Woodland Critter Christmas episode. It's a Woodland Critter Christmas. Hail Satan! Sorry, I'm a South Park nerd. Anywho, what are your thoughts on this whole episode? I'm sorry I didn't use any clips from the actual episode, but Paramount is attacking creators who make South Park videos and has even taken ownership of them, so I couldn't risk it. By the way, you should definitely check out my South Park playlist, link in pinned comment. And, thank you for staying to the end. If you've stayed to the end, make sure to check out all of my other videos. I've got videos on Ben 10, I've got videos on South Park, I've got videos on just about everything, really. I've got a video comparing Tintin to James Bond and why Tintin is better than James Bond. But yeah, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. We are nerds.